So, good morning and welcome to the Mindfulness Tree Meditation community as we sit together in meditation. And we're going to do an adaptation of the meditation on loneliness that's in the book. I've adapted it just a little bit, but really looking at the common humanity that we share. But we've got the three different topics: sadness and grief, despair, and loneliness. But this is hopefully a meditation that will give you a sense of that community that we have, and especially as we get into a national holiday and that sort of thing, that sense of community. So I'm going to invite the bell. And so taking a comfortable seat with a bell reminding us to come to our true self, to welcome ourselves home. We arrive and settle and allow the chair that you're sitting in to welcome you and to hold you as the earth holds you. Noting your posture, aligning the spine from bottom to top, relaxing yet in a dignified posture. And inviting mindfulness. Thich Nhat Hanh says that mindfulness is the energy of the Buddha. And so mindfulness, sati, this good friend who is open and welcoming and soft, curious and spacious, just to open that vista in which we enter into this meditation. And just noticing your body in the sitting position. Perhaps doing a scan from the top of your head to the soles of your feet and just noticing what is there. Perhaps like Mena and I recovering from colds, perhaps there are some sensations or pains that sometimes make themselves aware in our bodies. But just taking a moment to bring appreciation to this body, even when we have illness. I was struck by a quote in today's reading by the Archbishop Tutu, where he says, interdependence on every level. We are born and we die totally dependent on others. And that the independence that we think we experience in between is truly a myth. Thich Nhat Hanh often says, look at a flower. And with the flower, we see the sunshine, the cloud, the earth, and all of those interbeing, interdependent parts that make a flower. So too, with us. We share this interbeing, this interdependence. And so I invite you to just imagine the day of your birth. You probably can't remember that day, but just imagine all of the people who were involved, who helped, who encouraged, who held you and nurtured you. And just breathe into that imagined memory of being totally dependent. And now, with memories that you have, imagine some aspect of your growing up and the teachers and mentors, parents, family, and friends who nurtured you, who guided you, who cared for you for every aspect of your life. All given out of love. Breathing into those memories and perhaps having gratitude for those who cared for you. And now imagine yourself having gotten older, perhaps finished some schooling and gone on to a career or into your adult life. And the coworkers and family, and perhaps even thinking about healthcare helpers and people who help to take care of you at different stages in your life. And just breathing into that memory. And now, think of your daily life right now and the food and services and infrastructure, from the electric to all of the different utilities that help to support you, to keep you safe. And realizing that there's no way we can be solitary, but we are dependent upon one another in this common humanity. And now I invite you to imagine coming to the time of your death. And just imagine those who will be around you, those who will be caring for you, and how we are so dependent upon others, even as we breathe our last breath. There will be those who take care of our body, those who will take care of the issues of our estate, And just take a moment to think about who will be there. And just as you have done for other loved ones who have passed on, to realize there will be those who will do for you as were done for them. And now, taking a different turn into interdependence, I invite you to think of another who is in your life who depends on you, who you care for perhaps in different ways. It could be a spouse, a friend, a child, or a pet, but someone who really benefits from the fact that you care for them. Imagine your love for them, the unselfish warmth, and the open heartedness that you bring to caring for them. And now imagine this being and their desire to be happy and to avoid suffering, and that we share that commonality that binds us together in interbeing. And now I invite you to think of someone you know, but you know not well. And perhaps you simply pass one another from time to time. And so you're not actively involved in caring for them. But reflect on your common humanity with them, that what you share is humanness. Like you, they have a brain, a heart, and a mind. And other things like where they're from or their background is not important, but what you share is this common humanity. And now, imagine the interdependence we have with all of the beings throughout the world, even if they are suffering despair or grief or loneliness. Each one of these beings, we share a common humanity. And with other beings that are not human, a common interbeing. And just allowing the warmth and open heartedness to expand out beyond yourself. We are connected. There is not just I, but we. So now I invite you to rest in this connection as we move into just a period of open awareness. allowing yourself to experience the breath, that breath that connects us to all living beings. And allow yourself to experience that unselfish warmth and open heartedness with which we've experienced this meditation, feeling the fullness of it and the expansion. And if a memory arises in which you remember your connection with others and your interdependence with them, just allow it to arise and then let it go and come back to the breath. And now, as we come to the end of our formal sitting, I invite you, if you would like, to end with making an intention to take this newfound connection to those around you. A smile, a kind word, a gesture, to celebrate this connection and this interdependence. So, opening your eyes, thank you for that. I'd prepared it for last week, but it was really nice to be able to come back to it. So, welcome again, and I'm going to turn off the recording.